Russia is getting ready to invade Ukraine and the world is staring at another crisis. But what is the reason behind this probable invasion, and how are the US and its allies going to respond to this? Will it lead to an all-out war? Let us have a look at the history first. As the Soviet Union disintegrated in 1991, Ukraine became independent. It made efforts to shed its Russian imperial past and it built closer relationships with the West. Russia never liked it. Then let us fast forward to 2014. Ukraine had a Russia-friendly president who had rejected association with the European Union. This led to mass protests and uprising, and ultimately he was removed from his post. Russia, by taking the revenge, annexed Crimea, which is the part of Ukraine. It also started supporting a separatist movement in Ukraine. After a lot of fighting, France and Germany brokered a peace agreement in Ukraine to control the separatist movement and fighting. This agreement, called Minsk II, was never properly implemented. Russia is basically scared of Ukraine's proximity with the Western powers. Ukraine has already promised to join North Atlantic Treaty Organization or NATO. Russia sees this as a threat because it challenges its supremacy in the region. It also considers Ukraine to be very close to it, geographically and culturally. Ukraine joining NATO would mean a direct threat to Russia and its influence in the region. But what's happening at the Russia-Ukraine border right now as we speak? Russia has been building up its forces near the Ukraine border for many months now. It is also being accused of destabilizing the region by helping the separatists and their region in Ukraine. Ukraine also claims that Russia has amassed more than 1 lakh troops near the border and is getting ready to invade it. But at the end of the day, what does Russia want? Number 1. Russia does not want Ukraine to join NATO because Ukraine joining NATO would mean a direct threat to Russia. Russia wants to act as a country with influence and wants to dictate its own terms. Number 2. Russia also wants a ban on missiles and missile system within striking distance in Eastern Europe. But the biggest question, what will happen if Russia invades Ukraine? While there are fewer chances of Ukraine joining NATO right now, there is a big chance that any invasion of Ukraine by Russia would lead to a big geopolitical upheaval. The US has warned that it will impose really strict economic restrictions that has been never seen before. It is also preparing thousands of troops to be deployed in the Eastern European region. The biggest fear of Russia that it will be blocked by SWIFT banking system. SWIFT stands for the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. As the name suggests, SWIFT is a high security network and it connects thousands of big and impactful financial institutions around the world. If Russia is blocked by this system, it will not be able to accept and send money out of the country. This will mean a big economic shock. At the same time, Russia has also warned that it will stop the export of oil and gas from the country in case of such ban. NATO countries, on the other hand, are sending weapons and weapon system in the Eastern European region. Now all eyes are on the Russia-Ukraine border. If Russia invades Ukraine, we will see another chaotic world order. There will be a conflict, but no one is sure how long this will last for. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, do not forget to drop in a like and subscribe to India Times.